Okay, so what I've got here is a quick guide to how to add a new post to the kitchenware website. So you need to type in www. Always helps, kitchenwareinternational.com/WordPress-admin. Hit return. So this is going to take us to the dashboard for the WordPress site. For security reasons, I'm not including the admin and password, which you will need to enter the first time you come to this part of the site. You can get that from the person who owns the site and who has the passwords. So if you want to take a quick look at the site, come up here to Kitchenware International and go to Visit Site. So it's just loading. So at the moment this is how the website looks. Obviously this is in construction mode at the moment. Okay, so let's say we want to add a new post. The quick way to do this is go to New, Post. Click there. Okay, so now this is all automated. You simply copy and paste the text into the areas here. So here's one I prepared earlier. So this is a new story. This is the text here, and this is the image. So let's open the Word document. Just move that to one side a minute. So I'm going to copy the headline, and then I'm just going to paste it into there, which is title. Now the rest of this underneath, I'm just going to select all of that text and copy it, and then paste it into here. Just thinking about that for a minute. There we go. Okay, now this top bit, we're going to make that a stand first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click on that text box there, and it gives us the options here of making some changes. So we're going to make that a heading. We're going to click heading free because that's the size that we preferred, and then over here on the right hand side I'm going to click text alignment center. Now for the rest of the text, I'm just going to go through and get rid of any little spaces or any formatting problems. These sometimes get drawn in. See, there's a paragraph there, for instance. Pull that down. Maybe put some spaces, maybe not there, in between there. This can all be edited later on as well once you've had a look at it. Let's put that down and put that there. Now that is already linked by the looks of it because it's blue, so we don't need to add a link to that. But if it was not a link, then you would simply click on here and type the URL where you want it to link to. Okay, so that's looking alright. So now I'm going to click on Document, and this is where we want to select the category. So this is a news story. So just going to click News. Then if you want it to be a certain category, so with this it's eco by the looks of it. I see the words recyclable and biodegradable, so I'm going to click on eco. Now it says select the primary category. Because we've selected more than one, it's asking you which one you want it to appear as on the page. What that will do, it'll select what the WOB is above the headline as it appears. So we want it to be a news story, so we're going to leave it there. Then I'm going to go down to tags. Now what I normally do here is pick out any keywords that I see. So there, for instance, Horwood. To add a new tag, just hit comma, and then you can type in. So I'm going to put in eco, and I'm going to put in smidge. Now it's actually showing up just below here because that's a keyword that I have already used, so you can actually just click on that. But I'm just going to hit return, and there, that's given me my tags. Now featured image, this is the image that will appear on the site on the home page. and at the top of this post. So I want to set featured image. Now, because this is a new story, we need to upload the file. So I'm going to go to Upload Files. As it says here, you can just drop files anywhere to upload. So I'm going to go back to the image, which is in this folder. I'm just going to hold that and just drag it across and drop it. So as you can see, it says it's just uploading. Just finalising the upload. Time to make yourself a nice cup of tea. There we go. Now, as you can see, this is very large at the moment. It's 8 megabytes. So we want to edit that so it makes it more user-friendly and doesn't make the website too slow when it's loading. So I clicked on Edit Image. Now, most of the images appear on the website as a landscape. So this is already a landscape, so that's fine. But if it was a portrait or you wanted to crop the image in some way, you just go to this tool here, which is the crop tool. And then you can drag it to the area that you want. Let's say like that. And then just click again, crop. Okay, doesn't want to do that. So let's ignore that. So here we go. So let's edit the image. Sometimes this does happen. Edit image. Okay, so it's bringing me back here. Now what I'm going to do here instead, I'm going to scale it. One of the reasons why it was being a bit slow and decided not to crop was maybe because the image was too large in the first place. Now, as a rule of thumb, I just look at these two numbers, and whichever is the smallest, I just make that about 1000. And it will keep the original format or dimensions of that image. So if I click Scale now, okay, it says image saved. Now you need to go over here and click Update, because at the moment it still says the file size is 8 megabytes. So just click on Update. And now you can see the file size is 344 kilobytes. So automatically it's knocked like 7.5 megabytes off that. So that's cool. So that has been updated. And you can see here it says media file updated as well. So let's go back to the post. I'm just going to click on all posts here. And you can see that the one that we started says it's in draft mode. So let's just click to edit that. Okay, so there's the text again. So we know everything else is okay. We're going to go down to featured image, set featured image, and now in our media library there is the image that we want to use. So just click that once, make sure everything's okay. If it has a caption here, then you can remove that, or if you want to add your own caption for that image, just type it in there. And then you can just press select. So there it is, it's showing up now. That's the featured image. Okay, everything else pretty much you don't need to worry about. So I'm just going to click publish. Now if you wanted to, you could click preview and it would show you how it looks, but I think just publish it anyway. Ready to publish? Yes, just publish. Because then what we'll do is we'll have a look at that. So it says that post is now live. What I tend to do is I don't normally look at it here where it says view post. I look at it on the actual website. So I'm going to go back up here and click visit site. Okay, now what you're not going to see, now this is an old version of that story, so please just ignore that. What you're not going to see is that new story appear in here. If you want it to appear in here, then in the categories, so remember we called this news and eco, you need to click featured. If you click featured, then it will appear in this top section. But as it is, it's a new news story. So if you come down to latest articles, it's actually in here. So this is the story that we just added, and it looks okay. Let's just click on the story, and this is how it appears. So the featured image goes at the top. That's the stand first we did, and there's the text. Now looking at this, you can see I want to put a space in there in between those paragraphs. So I'm going to go up here to edit post. Because we're actually on this post already, we don't need to go into here and find all the posts and then go it. We just go to edit post. Okay, so we can see there we need to put a space in there. So I'm just going to put a carriage return in. It looks bigger than the rest, but it might be okay. So then I'm just going to click update. It's just saving. Okay, it's updated. So I'm going to go here and click view post. Okay, and there's the post. To be honest, that space is bigger than the other ones. I can live with that. It might be that you just need to put a soft carriage return in there rather than a full carriage return. But that's just the way that the post's formatted. But I'm fine with that at the moment. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And so yeah, that's how you add a post. Now another way of doing it quicker is probably to actually upload the image first, because that way it's already in there when you come to do the formatting for the actual text. So the way you would do that is go to New Media and follow the same instructions that we did previously. So for instance, let's say we wanted to upload that photo again, drag and drop it into there. Now this format looks slightly different to how it was before. You see it's just uploading the image. We need to wait for that to complete, even though it says 100%. Crunching. There. So now if you wanted to edit that image, you would just click on edit, do the same process that we did before, and then it will already be in the library. So then when you go to do new post, you go through the same process of copying or pasting the text, but then when you go to set the featured image, the image is already in your media library.